afraid to run after her. That ain't me. What I'm asking of you is dangerous.
After everything you did for me in Japan, I'll do it.
Thank you. Drive to the airport now. I'll arrange a ticket. And Nancy, I didn't call you just because you're a good detective. I called you because you're a skeptic. Thornton Hall is no place for anyone who believes.
Then you called the right detective.
I'm serious. You think long and hard about that before you get on that plane. If what you find on the island is going to get to you, don't go. Stay home.
Don't worry, I'm on the case.
You sure about this?
I am.
Watch yourself around the Thorntons. They earn their bad reputation.
Well, thanks for being concerned. I should be okay.
Well, it depends who's here. Hope for your sake Wade's not skulking around. Or that loony bin reject Harper. But it's Charlotte you best watch for. Black Rock Island belongs to her now. Has ever since the night the fire took her. Take care now.
Jessalyn?
Excuse me?
Sorry. Of course you're not. I'm just tired.
No, don't be. I'm Nancy.
You're here to help?
Savannah Woodham called me in. She seems to think there's a supernatural explanation to Jessalyn's disappearance.
A couple of days back, that would have earned an eye roll. I'm Colton, the fiancé. Welcome to Thornton Hall. I'd extend you all the courtesies of the Thornton clan, but we seem to be about 20 years too late for that. You might need this. I found it in the house.
Is this Jessalyn's?
Yeah. It's dead, though. And the charger got mangled by something. Maybe you could channel all that inquisitive energy into seeing if you can get that old phone back up and running.
Were you and Jessalyn getting married soon?
Yes.
Any chance this is just pre-wedding jitters?
She might have had second thoughts about the wedding. Trust me, everyone does. But she never let anyone worry about her like this. She loved her family more than anything.
Is it safe to assume you had second thoughts about the wedding?
I never said that.
True, but you implied it. You said, trust me, everyone does.
I know. I remember it like it was just moments ago.
See you later.
Goodbye.
You must be Nancy.
Yes, you must be Clara, Jessalyn's mother.
Yes.
I want you to know that I'm here to help you with anything you need.
That's real sweet, hon.
I know you may not want me here since you didn't actually call me yourself.
So long as you help me find Jessalyn, you're welcome under what's left of my roof here.
What do you think happened to Jessalyn?
You wouldn't know by the look of this dump, but we're worth a great deal of money. Well, that's what I thought this was. But then, no note. Not yet, at least. I can't believe I'm praying for a ransom note to show up. It's like someone's trying to punish us.
Why do you say that?
Thornton Hall was once something truly beautiful. But so much greed and tragedy built up in these walls that when they started to crumble, I wanted to save this place. Make it mine. But I couldn't. So whoever took Jessie wanted us to sit here in this broken-down old house waiting for her.
Who did Jessalyn come here with?
Addison. I tried talking to her, but she was a wreck. Here. She'll have calmed down a bit by now. I hope.
Is there any chance Jessalyn's disappearance could be cold feet?
My Jessie would never put her family through this nightmare, never.
Were things good between Colton and Jesselyn?
They had their rows and their romantic dinners, same as any couple. Colton had well, hun, he had some issues, but they worked through them.
You mentioned that Colton had some issues. What did you mean?
To put it delicately, family issues. Never you mind, it has nothing to do with what's going on now.
Why is everyone here? Shouldn't we be out searching for Jesselyn?
I closed down the company. The entire staff is out combing the woods. I said, sit home or join the search. You get paid either way. Not a soul stayed home. Jesselyn grew up in the business. She's got a lot of people looking out for her. I can be thankful for that. The police recommended a presence here. They said we'd have a better chance of noticing if something was off here, knowing the place and all.
Goodbye.
See you later, hun.
It looks like the painting is missing. What's that smudge? It almost looks like something was painted over. This must be the missing painting. I already have one. I already have one. There's something back there. What is that? Are those graves? Time to recharge the battery. All right, let's see if all those oranges did the trick.
Hello?
Addison, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling to see if you can help me with something.
Is this about Jessalyn?
Yes?
I can't. I'm sorry.
The sooner we can find out what happened to her, the better her chances of survival.
Okay. I'll help with what I can.
Can you walk me through what happened the night Jessalyn went missing?
She was about to get married, and I think the pressure of it was getting to her. It was supposed to be a night of blowing off some steam. Jess always loved a good scare. She used to make me sneak into scary movies with her when we were kids. So, in a weird way, spending the night searching for a ghost sort of made sense for a bachelorette party. At first, it was really fun. We were running around trying to scare ourselves silly. We were making these recordings like we were on a ghost hunter show. Then, things got strange.
The bedroom key is crossed out in the scavenger hunt. Do you know where it is?
No. Jessalyn must have found it, but I couldn't tell you where it is.
Did you notice any secret passages or tunnels while you were at the house?
No, but it was so drafty in there, it would surprise me if there weren't.
Is there anything you remember that might help me find Jessalyn?
No. Actually, wait. Hang on. Upstairs, there was this door. Jess was desperate to get it open. Between you and me, I was relieved that she couldn't figure it out.
Really? Why?
I could feel eyes on me all night long.
How was Jessalyn acting that night?
She was classic Jess for most of the night.
Then something happened?
Yeah, we were in the house and suddenly she just screams. And then she's nowhere to be found.
What happened?
I was alone in the house, jumping at every noise, too afraid to move. It felt like hours. Then she came back. She wouldn't say what had happened. She wouldn't even talk to me. She wanted to be left alone. She went downstairs, and that was that.
What were you doing at Thornton Hall that night?
A scavenger hunt, but I don't know. There was something strange about it.
In what way?
Jess was looking for something toward the end of the night. Kinda desperately. It stopped being fun. That's all I know.
How's Jessalyn's relationship with Clara?
Okay, maybe a little strained.
How so?
Jess used to call her Chairman Mom. Behind her back, of course.
Do you think Clara could have anything to do with Jessalyn going missing?
I
I don't think Jess was afraid of Clara. But still, I can't say for sure.
What do you think of Colton?
What's to think? He's always been decent to me and Jess.
You said things got strange. What did you mean?
It was her and me up in that freezing house, and I remember thinking, I'll never get to sleep. But then I started to feel fuzzy.
Fuzzy?
Like I was underwater or something. And I noticed Jess was gone again. I wanted to get up and find her, but I couldn't move. It was like this invisible hand was pinning me down. I heard a strange voice. It wasn't Jess. Then it was the morning. I was alone and Jess was gone.
You said you heard a voice.
Charlotte. I'm sure of it.
Did she say anything?
She sang. I only heard a little bit.
Would you consider yourself a believer in the paranormal?
If you'd asked that last week, I would have made some crack about Bigfoot.
And now?
And now I'm going to say that I don't believe. Because I'm afraid if I let myself believe, I'll be opening a door that no one can close.
See you later.
All right. Later.
Bess's phone.
All right. Bonus, Ned. What are you two up to?
George is in New York.
So, she got the internship with that Technology of Tomorrow place?
Yeah, Ned and I were just planning a road trip for when you're back. I was in the middle of trying to convince Ned to grow a bad mustache so we can hang out in Brooklyn.
Not going to happen.
Someone has to, Ned, and George already said no. It was a really angry no, too. Anyway, did you make it to the island?
I did.
I've been doing a little research, and I can see why Savannah sent you.
Why's that?
If I believed in ghosts, I wouldn't come within a few hundred miles of Black Rock Island.
I can definitely see why. Even I have to admit it does have a certain abyss gaze is also into you vibe to it.
Put that on a billboard.
I've got your back. I've been reading up on missing persons cases and hauntings.
Really? Oh, that's great.
I, on the other hand, have been watching videos of otters so good at stacking things. Additionally, I've kidnapped Ned. I've been so bored since George left, and Ned's a very active listener.
Mm-hmm.
See? And he's also very quick to Stockholm.
Nickerson family trait. We like being liked.
Oh, thanks, you two. I want to catch you up on the case.
So it's a missing persons case, right?
Do you think she's actually missing?
I don't know. I've heard of runaway brides, but I don't think that's the case.
If it's a missing persons case, why aren't the police taking care of it?
Well, they are, but since she's an adult, there's only so much they can do.
Ned was telling me about the ghosts out there. Do you think maybe they're related?
Actually, I believe in this ghost.
Ned, do I have permission to do a spit take in your living room?
No.
I'm doing it anyway. Say that again.
Please don't.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stand down, Bess. The Nickersons are a tidy people.
I wasn't really gonna do it, guys. Unless someone made me laugh. And this is that super red soda that's still on the market even though it's been linked to distractibility in 9 out of 10 Besses. Back to you. Are you finally trading in your Skeptics Club card?
And miss the dinner that probably won't happen this year? No way. People here believe in the ghost. I think if I don't take the ghost story at least a little seriously, I might miss something.
Smart.
Well, I hope so. I met Jesselyn's fiancé, Colton.
Where's he fall on the cute to guilty spectrum?
That's not a valid spectrum.
Like fun it isn't. Oh, is this because Ned is on the line?
No.
I'm not calling off the dogs. You're just going to have to find a way to tell me that balances the public's need to know with Ned's presumably fragile ego.
My ego is perfectly fine.
Is that so?
Nickerson men laugh in the face of insecurity.
That's so, Neddard? A test. Nancy, describe Colton's looks using the International Ned Cuteness Unit. We talking half a Ned, 2 Neds?
1/10 of a Ned.
That's very nice of you, Nancy, but no need to spare my feelings.
Good, because an underappraisal like that means he's way better looking than you.
Let's refocus.
Right. Ticking clock, kidnapping, etc. How guilty does he seem? For consistency, please state your answers in Ned units.
Couldn't tell you yet. He doesn't seem as worried as I'd expect, but maybe he's the type to internalize his feelings.
Huh. So that's a thing you can do?
The boyfriend is statistically favored when it comes to crimes like this. Try to get him talking about the relationship. I studied that in preschool.
I met Jesselyn's mom.
Poor her.
Assuming she's innocent, what's your impression?
She's reserved. Can't fault her for that, but it does make her hard to read.
I've never been a mom, but I have owned my fair share of fish. And no way anyone could take care of something and even think of... Nancy, it's too sad. Can't do it.
I owe it to Jesselyn to distrust everyone, even her.
I know. This case is like a big, fat, tall cloud of sadness that's sitting in front of me and using its cell phone when it's not supposed to.
We just got back from a pretty rowdy opening night screening of the Relation Shipwreck. It was really bad.
All I want is to see the screen and to not deal with jerks, to have a movie-style romance, and for no one to get hurt ever. Find her, Nancy.
I'll do my best. Promise. I'd better get going.
Take care.
Hi, Nancy. Did you get the package I left for you?
Not yet.
Ask around. It should be there by now.
Do you know anything about the factory accident?
Nothing I can verify. It's been scratched out of the local history. When I was there, I expected to feel something when I stood near the old factory.
And nothing?
As many spirits as I expected. I only met one.
Charlotte?
That'd be the one. Dear, sweet Charlotte, the terror of Black Rock Island.
What have you been up to since we spoke last?
I've been teaching the road to know my wheels.
Are you working on the next book?
I've been running away from the next book. And an empty house that was filling up with chatty ghosts. But who knows? When I'm out of gas, maybe I'll have no choice but to listen to what they have to say. If they're interested, I'll send you a galley to proof. If they're not, guess I'll go teach.
See you later.
Later, hon.
Hi.
What do you think of Clara?
She's just a little severe until you get to know her.
And then?
I wouldn't know.
She does seem a little tough to get to know.
I think it's an act. Come right down to it, she keeps the family and the company from falling apart. She can't afford to look weak.
How did you and Jesselyn meet?
I saw her one day and thought, this is the girl I'm going to marry. And then I threw a rock at her face.
Like, metaphorically?
No, I was just a kid. I had a very limited game book. She still has a little scar. You can see it when she smiles. I'll never live that down.
I imagine things improved from there?
We became best friends. Then we grew up and became what we are. Or were. Or...
So you and Jesselyn must have dated for quite some time.
Actually didn't start dating until a year ago.
Really?
We both dated other people, but nothing worked out. One day Clara had enough and sat us down and said, everyone knows you're gonna get married. Go to it already. Jess was mortified. I took her out to the coast since that always cheered her up. We talked through the night and By the time the sun came up, it just stopped sounding so silly.
Goodbye.
Later.
Nancy.
What's the story with the locked room upstairs?
It's Charlotte's. We don't go in there.
It might help me figure out what's going on if I could take a look around.
Best of luck. That door locked itself up tight the day of her funeral. There's not a key in this world that'll open it. I've tried.
Who else was in that old portrait with you?
You know, hon, we had that covered up for a reason. I can't talk about it. Not right now. Please, just leave me be.
Hey! You're not Savannah.
No, but you must be Wade.
Is she with you? Are you the new assistant? What's his name, get canned or something?
Logan? I don't know. All I know is that she thought I'd be the right person for the case. She's not coming.
What did you just say?
She said she was sorry to send me, but nothing could get her to come here.
I never took her for a coward.
Well, she seemed pretty scared of the ghosts.
Ghosts? No, that ain't it. She's scared of seeing me. I hope Savannah understands the mess she dropped you in.
What kind of mess?
Take a look around and then you tell me. Who's more welcome here? The living or the dead? Anyway, Savannah had a package sent. I guess it must be for you. It's up in the house.
From what I understand, the Thornton family business is very successful.
Yep. We got money and all the trouble that buys.
Who else is here?
Clara, that's Jessalyn's mother. Colton, her fiancé.
Anyone else?
Depends what you mean by anyone.
Any other alive or verifiably real people?
No.
What do you think of Colton?
I do not like that shifty little punk, but I have said that about all Jesse's boyfriends. With him, I mean it a little extra. Something's crooked with the two of them together. I don't know if she can see it or not.
Savannah said Charlotte was supposedly a ghost.
Not supposedly.
In my experience, ghosts tend to be not real.
Then consider yourself lucky. In my experience, of which I have significantly more, reality isn't that simple.
Have you ever actually seen this ghost?
This ghost was my cousin Charlotte, and yes, I saw her. I saw her grow up. I was here the night she died, and I've seen her since, much as I wish that wasn't true.
Were you close to Jessalyn?
Everyone was. Everyone is. She's the bright spot of happiness in this whole miserable family.
Who runs the family company?
Clara.
Do you think that's fair?
No.
Would you like to run the company?
Good, sweet nonsense, no. Do not even imply that I'm after that to anyone.
What's Clara's relationship to the rest of the family?
My cousin, Harper and Charlotte's cousin. She lived with the girls after her mama passed.
Why aren't you in the house?
I'm only on the island because Jessalyn's missing. Nothing's gonna get me in that house.
Do you know Savannah?
I did, once.
And now?
And now I don't.
How did you meet Savannah?
We went to the same bookstore.
You don't seem like the type.
I'll take that as a compliment and an insult.
How long ago was this?
A while. Gone now. It was a little old dark place. Carried these musty old books. Stuff that didn't exist anywhere else.
What kind of stuff?
All sorts. But I was there researching our family. Savannah had this way of reading, like there was something she needed to know real bad. One day I finally asked, "What is it you need to know so bad?" You know what she said?
What?
Nothing. She handed over the book she was reading and walked out. At first, I'm feeling a touch rejected, but then I look at the book.
What was the book?
That was the crazy thing. It was the Thornton family book of names. Births, deaths, marriage, and so on, going way back.
Why would she have that?
Why, indeed. I had to know. Took me some doing, but I tracked her down.
So you met Savannah because she was trying to find Charlotte's ghost?
One of those people who met her was Savannah. Ask her, and maybe she'll tell you about it. After that, she became obsessed with Thornton Hall. We got to know each other. I fell for her like a Black Tuesday banker. In the end, the landing was just as rough.
You said you were researching the family. Why?
After Charlotte died, that's when something I always knew came out shining so bright, I finally had to admit it. Long as it's been growing, the Thornton family tree's been split down the middle. The evil roots always trying to strangle out the good. I used to think I was on the side of good.
And now?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Yep, same here.
Does anyone actually live here?
No one lives out on the island, but just on the shore.
What did you mean about the family being split in two?
You wouldn't know by looking around here, seeing the state we're in, but we're loaded.
What's that have to do with anything?
The Thornton family bought its money with blood, and not always our own.
And you think one part of the family have more to do with this than the other?
I don't speak ill of the dead, especially not when they're staring up at the soles of my boots. Look around. You'll see.
Goodbye.
Adios. No need to jump, just me.
Can you tell me about some of these stones?
I'll tell you what I can. But sometimes it's best to just look and listen. That there is Clara's mother.
What can you tell me about her?
Not a great deal. She loved her secrets. Never even told Clara who her daddy was.
Why not?
Don't know. When Clara was about 10, Rosalie got real sick. Every day Clara would ask about her daddy. I think she was afraid of being left to fend for herself. But Rosalie wouldn't say. Virginia, my mother. Rest her soul.
Can you tell me anything about her?
Just that I miss her, and I always will. Luther, my daddy. Mama called him the king of slamming doors. He had a hot temper, but a soft heart, and no mind for business. He wasn't intuitive. He brought me out here to the stones at night. Taught me how to open my eyes, shut up, and listen. You rest well, Daddy. That's Charlotte.
Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back. That's a sad inscription.
It was a sad time. None of us wanted to see her leave. We didn't expect it to become what it's become. Beauregard Thornton. Mean old codger. Harper Stone.
Harper?
Indeed. She ran away shortly after Charlotte died. Long enough that we thought we'd lost her too. One day she walked in the front door looking wild and thin as a spring sapling. Never said where she was. Her granddaddy was so mad he left the stone to remind her of what she'd put them through. She'd sit out there and read. Don't know if it was spite or if it made her feel at home. Knowing her, probably both. This blank one is my favorite.
Why is that?
Who doesn't want a celebrity in the family? Especially one that rubs all the wrong people the wrong way. The Gray Lady. In the Civil War, they say she was a spy, passing codes for the North. If you look, you can find some of her contraptions here. Her service gave the Thornton family this land. Roger and Marie, side by side from the day they married to the day they died. Both real sweet. Charlotte and Harper's parents. May they rest in peace.
It's locked.
What was that?
Yes,
I saw something really strange.
I did too.
What do you think that was?
Excuse me, I need to be alone.
Looks like I need to figure out the password.
What's up?
Can you help me figure out Jesselyn's password?
No. Actually, wait. Hang on. The tombstone portion of our scavenger hunt? There was something strange about it.
Can you think of a reason she would hide her password there?
Just in case something happened to her. I thought she said that to scare me, but maybe not.
I'd better get going.
Find Jess.
Nancy.
I've heard about the ghost, but can you tell me anything about the real Charlotte?
My cousin. But everyone thought we were sisters. She died here. Joined the old family, as they used to say. When I was a little girl, my mama used to say, after we Thorntons passed, we'd keep on living right here. Every night would be a beautiful ball with songs and cute boys to dance with. She wasn't trying to scare me to death, but nonetheless, I did not sleep well on story nights.
It does sound a little eerie.
That was back when Thornton Hall was pretty. Now, I don't even want to entertain the thought.
Is there anything else I should know that might help me find Jessalyn?
Yeah. Keep a suspicious eye on Wade.
Wade didn't seem all that dangerous to me.
He neglected to tell you about his time spent in jail, I see.
As a matter of fact...
Wade's a nice guy when he wants to be. And only when he wants to be. I'm happy we have another set of eyes looking for Jessie, but I do hope you know what you're getting yourself into.
Everyone else seems to be avoiding the house. Why are you in here?
You'll think I'm crazy.
Not after the day I've had.
Fair enough. I guess I want to be close to whatever it is that took Jessalyn.
Did your mother say much else about the ghosts here?
Too much. If she thought there was a ghost about, she'd fall to pieces being so sad.
Sad? Most people are afraid of ghosts.
She had this weird belief that Thornton ghosts aren't around forever. They got a short time to make their peace. If they don't, they get bitter, real mean and nasty. Until they forget everything that made them human. And then they slip into the cracks of the world to live with the others.
The others?
The lost souls from an accident that happened here years back. Mama called them hungry shadows.
Why?
I don't want to know. She said they were all tangled together, lost and scared and mean. My mama was a good woman, but dang if she didn't scare me half to death with irregularity.
See you later.
See you later, hon.
Wanna hear a ghost? Check it out.
I found a set of graves without names on the markers.
That is where our troubles began.
What happened?
Most of the family'd rather it never come up. Our first factory was right here on the island. At the time, it made us a lot of money, but along the way, we got greedy. Never built a place for the workers to stay. They'd bed down right on the processing floor. Nothing for heat in the winter, so the workers built fires inside. One winter, there was a wicked cold snap. They built a couple of extra big fires, and in the night the fumes built up. None of them ever woke up again. That's when we split in two. Half saying this'll never happen again, and half saying accidents happen. Grieve and move on.
What happened to Charlotte and Harper's parents?
Plane crash.
Seems like there's a lot of misfortune in the family.
Bad blood brings bad luck.
Is it true that you have a questionable past?
You asking if I really went to jail? Yes. I advise against it.
Why?
It's not a fun place, and they don't let you leave.
No, I mean, why did you go to jail?
I know what you meant. I took a tour of the seasons. My debt is paid, that's all.
I'd really like to know.
The nerve you got.
I saw something I can't explain in the house.
That's why you couldn't get me in there for nothing.
I don't believe in ghosts, but...
That don't stop you from feeling them. Would you believe my happiest memories live in that house? Christmases and long summer nights stargazing on the roof.
Do you have a key to the crypts?
Sorry.
When did the factory accident happen?
That was more than 100 years ago, and we still can't move on. That's why this house still stands, I think. Until we Thorntons decide who we're gonna be, we're stuck on this island. You should see it on a summer day when the ocean and the sky are sharing the same blue and the grass is bright. But here it is, gray and dark, under all the misery we've heaped upon it.
See you later.
Bye.
Hi.
What do you think happened to Jesselyn?
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid thinking about it. I have a... My mind can get caught up in a real dark place. You know, when things around me get bad.
What do you mean?
Ignore me. I've been up way too long.
Do you know anything about Clara's past?
No. It's funny you ask.
Why is that?
I could tell Jess had something to tell me about Clara. She'd get so close and just stop dead.
She never told you anything?
I know Clara's mom died when she was young, and she ended up living with her cousin's family, but that's it.
I'd better get going.
Goodbye.
better check out what's going on upstairs. Make yourself blind. Call Charlotte home. I need to figure out what this means. Can't do that right now.
Hello.
I'd better get going.
See you later, hon.
That's almost off the charts. This must be the place. That didn't sound good.
hon?
Someone wants me to call a ghost. I don't know if I should.
In my experience, when you try to call ghost, it goes straight to voicemail.
How sure are you?
95%.
Less reassuring than I was hoping for.
Think of it this way. In 100 parallel universes, only 5 Nancys get eaten by a ghost.
Eaten?
Metaphorically, for the most part.
Savannah, you are not helping.
Oh, I'm just trying to loosen you up. You'll be fine, honey. Smart money says this is just someone toying with you. But if you feel anything out of the ordinary, run and don't look back.
Tell me what happened when you met Charlotte.
I'll tell you, hon, but you got to remember that you are not like me.
What do you mean?
I have opened the door to the spirit world, and you have not. And don't you dare do it, ever. You hear?
Yeah, I can agree to that.
I mean it. The dead are just like lost children. If you're out there leaving a trail of breadcrumbs, they will find you. Enough of the PSA. I snuck out there to the ruins on the anniversary of her death. I waited in silence for a long time. Nothing.
You didn't say the rhyme?
Oh, that. Oh, it's cute, but I wasn't looking for my daddy's brain-dead bloodhound. They come when they come, and in the dead of night, she came. Stood right beside me. Just me and her, eye to eye, for a hot minute. Finally, she reached for my wrist. She pulled me through a fog that became smoke and then fire. She pulled me back to the night she died.
Could you see what happened that night?
I couldn't see a thing. I could only feel the heat. I could feel how sad she was and how angry. I'm sorry, hon. Talking about it don't come easy.
I spoke to Wade.
I figured that might happen eventually. Can I explain, or are we beyond that?
I'm sure you have your reasons.
I do.
Wade said he was expecting you. Why didn't you tell me that?
I was going to come. I meant it when I told him I was coming.
But then?
But then I got scared.
I'm just trying to fit the pieces together. What does Charlotte have to do with Jesslyn?
All families got one thing in common. Every generation, just like the last. There's some rebels and some oddballs that break the mold. But for the most part, one generation gonna follow into the footsteps of the next. From what I gathered, Jesslyn seems to be cut from the same cloth as Charlotte. You ask me, if someone saw Charlotte as a threat, then Jesslyn's been born behind enemy lines.
See you later.
Good night.
Hi.
I think I'm supposed to go meet a ghost.
Cool. Do you know what you're gonna wear?
A blindfold?
Makes sense. Now the question is, do you match the blindfold to your skirt or your shoes, or do you go all clashy?
I'm just not sure if I should go through with it. I'm worried it might be a trap.
Hold up, were you being serious? About the ghost? And the blindfold?
Yes.
I know you can't see it, but Ned and I are sharing a worried glance.
Nancy?
I know. I'll be careful.
I was just going to say it'd be a very memorable double date.
Aw, Ned. That's very sweet. And strange.
I was aiming for one, but I'll collect the whole set.
Oh, get a crypt, you two.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
Nancy,
See you later.
take care. Yes.
See you later.
See you later, hon.
What's up?
Goodbye.
Bye.
You sure do like creeping around.
What can you tell me about Charlotte?
Charlotte was something special. Just like our Jesslyn. She had the most beautiful voice. When she sang, it was like sunlight busting through fog.
Sounds like you were close.
She was the talented one of the bunch. You can still hear her sing, if you stop to listen in the quiet, dark places.
Do people really come here trying to meet Charlotte's ghost?
Around the time Charlotte's ghost was driving the family away, the stories started to spread. Little kids around here started playing this game to scare themselves silly. They'd turn off the lights and say, "Fire so red, night so black. Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back," over and over again until they'd just about scare themselves to death. It was just a game, but that's when people started jumping the fence at night hoping to meet her, saying that same silly rhyme. Most would just come and go in peace, but the ones who found her, it messed them up real good. A couple even went into shock.
Have you always been a ghost hunting enthusiast?
I'm not exactly enthusiastic about the dead, no offense meant. But yes, I do find it interesting.
Why?
Life is a quest for truth, is it not? And death has a way of stripping away all pretensions.
That's pretty philosophical for a guy wearing boots.
You Northerners don't have a lock on big thinkers. We got plenty. Like Roscoe J. Redbrook and the Gimble-Tucky Boys, and I dare you to say their lyrics don't equal those of the Greek poets. And we got that old guy with the white suit and the chickens. Point is, I like ghosts because they show me what is, not what I want to see. And wearing boots don't make you stupid. Makes you smart, if it's muddy.
You don't seem like a bad guy. Can you tell me why you ended up in jail?
You really want to know?
I do.
Then listen. I don't care if you believe me, but keep this to yourself.
Okay.
I wasn't close to the company then. Still ain't, but I heard through a friend of the guy down the way. You know how it goes. I heard that our processing plant in town was up to its old tricks, hiring people who couldn't afford to quit and treating them beyond bad, locking them in to meet quotas and such. I asked Clara. She denied, naturally, but it made her so mad I asked. I had to go check it out myself. I went in the middle of the night, and right away I saw it was true. The exit was padlocked, right in plain view of the world, and no one cared. I broke in, that's true. I was furious. I broke one of the big machines, that's true too. So there it is. I stood up, and boy, did I get knocked down.
You must be pretty mad at Clara.
You don't even know the half of it.
See you later.
Bye.
Fire so red, night so black. Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back. What's going on? Where are you taking me?
Tell me, who are you?
Nancy, I am here to help Jesslyn.
Give me a reason to let you live. Mind you, a good one.
What?
One reason to spare me. Give it to me now. The spirits are growing impatient with my mercy.
I'm here to find Jesslyn. That's reason enough.
Foolish, but come. Remove the blindfold.
Just who are you?
Harper, can I trust you? Can you be trusted?
Of course.
Then I trust you. You'll be wanting to know why I am hiding under the house.
That would be at the top of my list of questions, yes.
It's because I don't want anyone up there to find me.
Why not?
It is undeniably frigid here, cold as the crypts themselves. I'll build a fire, and the fire will build some smoke, and the smoke will build some rain.
Are you ignoring my question?
Not ignoring, no. Elongating the moments in between the asking and the hearing, pausing for effect.
Okay. Could you tell me now?
A moment, hon. Ahem. It's because I'm a grandly unbalanced sociopath with delusions of grandeur and a history of erratic behavior and violent tendencies. My family resents me. They have publicly said that I'm a freak. People in the town point and stare. The neighborhood children used to call me Witch Lady until my dedication to the ironic led me to bake cookies for the sweet darlings. But it was my love of the dramatic reversal that won out in the end, and I threw the little runts down a well.
You what?
Oh, I'd never do such a thing. But it would be funny. Not funny, haha, but funny. Ah! Help, I'm in a well! So that's me. Tell me about you. I bet you're fascinating. Oh, wait, shut it. I forgot the most important thing. Do not tell anyone I am down here. If you do, I'll just do something rotten. Here, take this. Go now.
I should look for those portraits. The letters must be what that note was referring to. All right, now to find all the others. That's it. That's it. How do I get this working again? I need to put the combs on first. fixed it. Done. That's all of the seeds. I have to find a way to balance these scales. That looks new. It might be Jesselyn's. The Thornton family tree. Might come in handy. looks like it's missing a piece.
Hello.
Can you tell me a little more about Clara?
I could, but as a lover of the written word, I prefer show, not tell. So why don't you go ask her about her daddy?
Can you tell me more about Charlotte?
If I didn't love her so much, I would hate her beyond the great beyond.
Why?
Golden child, Charlotte. She was perfect in everyone's eyes, even mine. I wanted to be her when I grew up. But then one day I was older than my older sister, and older still today.
This house is pretty run down. Are you sure it's safe to use that furnace?
No.
Maybe you should not use it? You could be filling the house with fumes.
Sounds like upstairs people problems to me. I'm downstairs people.
Why are you here?
Jessalyn, poor little Jessie Lamb has vanished, they say. Can't have that. Not here. No, not on the island.
Are you trying to find Jessalyn?
Yes.
Maybe you could help me out.
You want my help? I'm not a helper. Oh, if you keep my secret, then I'll help.
Clara came to live with you after her mom died. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you get along?
Yeah, we was a regular Tom and Huck to start.
I'd better get going.
Go leave.
Nancy.
There's a strange woman in the basement.
What? That can't be right.
I swear, Harper was there.
Nancy, I've got enough to deal with. Stop playing games, or I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
I need to follow the instructions from the note.
was I supposed to think? One day you were just gone.
It's Colton. I better listen.
Lexi. And I hope you understand how much that makes me hate you right now.
Who is Lexi? This looks like one of the pictures from Jesselyn's camera. There must be something hidden here. What's happening? I better get some rest.
No offense, but you sound really tired.
Been burning the midnight oil at both ends?
Feels like it. I must have slept through the day. But I still feel exhausted.
Maybe you should pace yourself a bit.
I know. Wait, hang on.
Hang on. Why? Is there a ghost?
No, I see something. Call you back later.
I do not care if she's an adult. She's my daughter.
I should listen.
She's not a runaway. She'd never do that to us. No, no, no. It's not cold feet. It's not running away. Someone took her. She is in danger out there. Do something.
She sounds pretty upset.
Hello.
Can you tell me anything about your father that might be relevant?
Why would you ask me about my father?
You know, no stone unturned, pursue all angles.
I don't believe you. Fine. I never knew who my daddy was. Happy to hear me say that?
I promise I didn't know.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
I'll leave you alone now.
We could have found a way.
It's Colton. I better listen.
Lexi, I know you still care about me. I want to see you when this is all over. I know. All I said is I want to see you. Then why did you pick up the phone? Just see me.
It sounds like he's talking to Lexi.
Hey. Did you listen in on my call?
Who is Lexi?
What are you talking about?
The girl you were on the phone with?
You don't know what you heard. You understand me?
I think she is someone important to you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Your fiancé is missing, and the way you're talking to this Lexi...
You want a conversation? Fine. I love Lexi. I want to spend my life with her.
You're engaged.
That was based on a lie. Clara, my parents, even Jesselyn, they were all in on it.
Jesselyn? Are you sure?
She'd have to be. I mean, I haven't considered that she might not be yet. Before Jess and I got together, I was with Lexi. Until one day she called and said it was over. She wouldn't even see me. Then, she was gone. And now I find out my parents pushed her away, and Clara pushed me and Jess together. Mom and Dad wanted a piece of the Thornton fortune, and Clara wanted a piece of the Birchfield influence. So excuse me for being conflicted. I want Jesslyn safe, but...
I still don't understand what's going on. Why are you here?
to try to forget something.
Forget what?
I guess it must have worked.
Aren't you worried that your parents won't approve of Lexi?
Not after all they've done. It's time for them to start worrying about my approval, because I am done looking for theirs.
Do you know much about Harper?
I heard she's in some psych hospital or something, but that's all I know. I saw her around once in a while when I was a kid, but I don't remember much.
Did Jesselyn ever say anything about her?
Just that she seemed scared of her. Maybe they had a past, but I don't know.
You don't think Jesselyn's coming back, do you?
What are you implying?
Nothing. Just observing.
You want to know the truth so bad? Yeah, I'm afraid she's never coming back. Happy?
I better copy this design. This looks like the picture from the camera. The numbers along the edges should help me arrange the tiles correctly. Something's not quite right. Wasn't just my imagination. There's something down there. Got it.
You said I could trust you. You said.
I still don't understand why you're hiding.
You don't know who these people are. You think you know who to trust, but you don't.
I trust you.
You do? Then don't tell anyone where I am. But just so you know, you shouldn't trust me either. I don't have your best interests at heart. Leave that alone!
You sure do like creeping around.
Did Clara get along with Charlotte and Harper when she was younger?
They all got along famously, until the night of the fire.
What exactly happened?
Charlotte was getting ready for her big 21st birthday ball, and at the last minute went off to what is now the ruins. No one knows what started the fire.
After that, what about Clara and Harper?
Clara grew up pretty fast, but Harper, she got lost in that night and never got found.
Do you think that what happened to Charlotte was an accident?
Dunno. The night before, I saw her take off into the night holding this little package like it was precious to her. The look on her face. I should have stopped her, said, "What is wrong?" "Here, take this."
Is this Charlotte's?
"Yes."
Do you know what this is? Can you tell me what it's for?
"Maybe that's enough for now."
I swear, Harper was there.
I told you. Life don't play by the rules here. Anyways, if she was, she ain't now.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't need belief.
Why not?
I have proof. EVP. Here's some creepy things from time to time. Check it out whenever you want, if you got the nerve.
What made you call Savannah?
Jessalyn didn't run away, and she wasn't kidnapped.
Savannah seemed to think you'd be disappointed she didn't come here. Any reason why?
Savannah's talking to you about me?
Yeah, she's helping me with a case.
Don't suppose you could give me your number?
I don't think she'd want that.
So she told you.
Told me?
She and I were Something of a couple. Long time ago. Been a long time since we talked.
See you later.
Bye.
Why would you play that? Turn it off now!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you with the movie.
I know, but just give me a minute. Seeing that just, well, it made my head hurt worse. I keep seeing it when I close my eyes.
What happened? If I can stack enough things together, maybe I could climb up to that wallpaper. This must be about that star sketch. I should copy the image down. Whoa, that was close. That looks important. Violent outburst? If I can match the colors on the sides of each piece, I should be able to get this back in order. A locket. I should hold on to this.